Guys, a lot of construction firms have been wanting to get more innovative ways, and a lot of them are using robotic construction. And I've been reading that it's been a lot more cutting edge, it's a lot more innovative, and they just think it's faster, better. But do you think like it's going to reduce labor? A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Do you think this is going to take us in the right direction in the future, or what do you think?
Well, I think, if we see it through architecture, it gives us a vast field, especially architects. Like, we kind of minimize ourselves, restrain ourselves from designing a lot of things, thinking about the construction period, thinking about how difficult it's going to be. But with robotics, getting integrated along with construction, I think our scopes are wider. Don't you think so?
Definitely, yeah, especially if you look at things when it comes to design and 3D pavilions and 3D printing and all of that. It comes with its pros and cons. But I feel like maybe we didn't really reach there yet when it comes to robots on construction on site, because the accessibility of robots to everyone is not there yet.
Yeah. I mean, on that note as well, nowadays we're getting into the 3D scanning of, for example, renovation of projects. Any historical or heritage spaces where any damage done to the space will affect the history of itself existing. So the drones would go in and have a 3D scan, and then also programmed by programmers on a live sync where they can renovate the project on site and then know what needs to be done without any interference from any humans. And also with bigger projects for construction or during the construction phase with robotics, maybe that will also minimize any injuries or also the risks after as well.
Yeah, that makes a good point. And I've also read this thing where a robot the size of a washing machine can basically plaster up a wall in like way less time than actual human, and no human errors whatsoever. So no scratch, everything's perfectly done. But at the same time, don't you feel like it's going to reduce the jobs at some point?
Look, everything has its pros and cons. If you see it on the brighter side, it will give another field of education a boost, like technology, IT. People can actually get involved in studying that because that's going to come into incorporation with this. So I think rather than thinking of it in a way where, like he said, it's more hazardous, so it's better to switch your fields and have another range where you can actually,
And I think
explore.
instead of having to replace work, it would actually aid. So the people are still there, they're still working with the robots and together.
Yeah, but they're like more supervising in a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, you can supervise, you can have a robot instead of having people carry materials. Exactly, it reduces any labor-intensive tasks. You can have the robot be the one that lays bricks for you, and in a much faster way, 3 times faster. So
Actually, if you're going to be replacing someone on site, obviously someone's going to be managing the robot itself, and someone's going to also be programming the robot. So I think what we're getting into, especially in the 2030, this is where I read in a credited source, it's an article. It says that Python, the coding language, is going to be a necessity, just like Microsoft Office was 2010, for example, 2005 or whatsoever. So I think by then we need to have a programming language, especially the people like us architects or in the construction phase. This will be developing our skills and also enhancing how the projects are going to end up, just like you mentioned.
That's cool. So it's going to be enhancing not only us as architects, but like the world in general, humans in general, faster construction turnarounds, a lot of other fields. Oh, this is great.
Yep.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments, and let's get back to things.
It's my turn.
Your turn. Let's do it.
Nice.